GD8SDU, I'm 0ZH, good afternoon, Bob. Good morning, Bob, how are you?
Yeah, do you want to go to NZ?
Yeah, see you there, I'm 0ZH. Roger.
This is GB3BS, tone JIO81TK. Good morning. The time is 10:00.
Whiskey 3, Whiskey Sugar Charlie, MW3, listening to Upnet and bye for Nico.
Temperature 19.3 degrees, 16 degrees.
Oh no. Well, maybe BCRLive the X on the fueling this morning, man. MN0RW Mobile. MN0 DX on the fueling this morning, girl.
JK Golf 8 Kilo Bearcat, check the first WA.
KOE, M0WTX, you getting them fine there?
Yeah, thanks for that. What's your name? Bert, Fred, Joe, I think it's Stuart. How you doing? I'll stop winding you up. Why? I don't know what I do. KOE.
Good morning, Stuart. Martin this end. Complete role reversal. Yeah, very well, thank you. I'm just contemplating it. There's no way, and it's extra thick as well. So I give up. Anyway, I wonder where you are and why you were doing a radio check. Back to you.
Yeah, I was sitting at home. He comes. Yeah, I was getting in. Look, I make sure. Yeah, those worktops are surprisingly heavy. I used to work on the maintenance side of heart hospital, doing work in boarding school, and used to get deliveries of full length, and you just look at, oh, that's definitely a two-man lift, and manoeuvring things around. It's quite solid. So what's busy doing? Is it the kitchen today? I wonder. Yep, no, I'm just killing a little bit of time, and I've got a schedule later on HF, or a fast schedule to a net, club net, GPKOE.
I'm just set up at the moment, but it will be at some point soon. Going to be after Hamfest now. I think Peter said he was going to make a concerted effort as well to get on the air again as the winter evenings close in. It'd be nice to be chattering on the 80-metre band as well. Anyway, I'll get back to what I was doing, but I thought I'd just give you a radio check, and crystal clear, no problems whatsoever. 73M0WTX.
You get a crystal clear big bandage full. Already, so I can't take credit for that. Yeah, I don't know whether he's going to get the area sorted. I keep sort of, engaging, and keep mentioning the odds at just next. And he's put up some amazing aerials. Always quite jealous in a way. But maybe have a net with Ned as well. I've actually working on 6 meters, which was fun. A few other bands. Anyway, don't freeze. Good luck. Don't lift anything. It doesn't do any good. I know. The operation afterwards lifting something I shouldn't have done. Doing damage. So, anyway, we're better now and I don't lift anything. Catch you later, GCKOE.
Yeah, with great care as you get older. Lifted, I think. 73 M0 WTX.
Yeah, bend your knees, back straight. Sometimes when your knees don't work so well, it can be difficult. Take care of your
Well, it just seems to be a Stuart fault. Yesterday and myself, I've got bad knees as well. I've had them both cleaned out, but still a bit clunky. Years of kneeling down, decorating. 7-3.
Yeah, I've always suffered with a housemate knee. It's painful. Keep it rushing kneel down and get for the making room, so goodbye. Take care, Egon.
G0BSH, G0BSH, G0DUI. What is your monitoring aid?
Nostalgia kicking in. I know the voice, can't remember the name. Morning London, M0WTX.
Stuart. Nice to hear you. Yes, I've missed that. I haven't been called Aiden for months. What's even worse, I just was wandering down the list of connections, and it isn't even Aiden that's connected. It's his doppelganger. Oh, the call sign's gone off the screen now. Hang on a second. Where is he? Oh, he's disappeared. There's another station, almost identical in call sign to PSH. Oh, there you go, SPH, G0SPH. He's not far from you, actually. Every time I see it, I think, oh, it's Aiden. I'll say, I'll have a quick word. And of course, when I can put the call out, G0PSH, the penny drops that it's not the same guy at all. And my brain just can't cope with it. It's the dyslexia. It causes havoc. G0 DUI.
That listexia. Yeah, very good, Leonard. Good to hear you on anyway. Somebody was asking about you the other day, saying, what happened to the HubNet help desk? I said, did you mean Leonard? Yeah, that was the guy. So you haven't noted and missed. I wonder if you're going to get to the rally. See you coming down there. Whenever I think of you now, I think of tins of smelly fish squirting out and nearly hitting me. You started all that, and I've got a sneaky feeling there's another one coming. I just hope it's nowhere near my camper. Back to you.
Stroming? No, it was nothing to do with me. I thought I'd explain myself there. It was I was just I was a middleman. That's all. I never pulled the trigger. Honest God. And now, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, no, happily, I'm not going to be with you this weekend or next weekend, whenever it is. Next weekend, isn't it? No, we're heading south tonight for 2 weeks. Looking forward to it.
Was that where you ended it? Heading south? What, France?
G7. So looking forward to that. I think it's probably going to be a bit of a damp trip down. They're forecasting quite heavy rain between here and probably Paris. Clears up south of Paris. So we might be lucky. We might catch the gaps, you know. But we're taking plenty of towels just in case we get caught when we're out walking the dog. So looking forward to that. As I say, so no, won't be with you, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which side of the fence you're on. If I was going to miss it, Stuart, you know, I'd only miss it for one thing, and that's 2 weeks in France, and it just coincides. That's it. That's where we're going. Back to you, G0 DUI.
Yeah, well, it'd be debatable in this household whether I could miss it, book everything around it. No worries, I don't know whether you dropped out or dekeyed or I double with you, but I got a silence and then you came back, or whether you were just quick on the key. Anyway, yeah, enjoy. So I wonder where you've been hiding, obviously on another system or your own or network radio. Back to you.
Yes, we gather a small group, very small group, normally me, Jim and Bert, to be honest with you, and rather than clog up HubNet with our grumpy old men's mutterings that is very orientated around Stoke and its environs, we tend to just gather on one of my nodes and chat away merrily in the morning. I'm still monitoring. I've got HubNet on all day when I'm in the office, so if I crop up in conversation, then so be it. But at the moment, I've just realised that MB7 IST is obviously not connecting. So I know it was in receive only mode the other day, so I don't know if there's a technical issue with that. But no, I just rebooted one of the nodes in anticipation of dismantling it and packing it up, taking it away, because I'm exporting this one. It's going to be left in France. This is the original one that I had from Peter.
and I've built another one. It's a long and sorry story, I won't bore you with the details, but it's working well. Oh, hello, you've just switched it on, well done. And I'm learning. I'm incapable of soldering to a yeah, 108 fob without getting it all snotty and breaking it. So I've got 2 more of those on order. What a disaster! Right.
Yeah, this is when we find out Sean's been electrocuted as he's up the ladder, refitting the aerial. I hope not. No, I think there was a drop in the one of the hubs the other day, and it's probably not been connected since, or something like that anyway. Sure, it's not intentional. He did ask me about how to check and get it to auto reconnect, but it's obviously got forgotten about. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm trying to get a job done this morning, and I'm looking for every excuse to get out of it, and I just lifted the worktop and went, no, it's too heavy. I can't even move it. So I'm going to start sorting out my office and getting the stuff out there ready, so when I've got some help I can just cut this worktop down and fling it in there. It's going to be a 2-handed job anyway. 3 metre long, 900mm deep, extra thick breakfast bar. And now I realise why 2 men delivered it. Anyway, 7-3. I'll let you get on with your day. And yeah, Bert still comes on here, I think. And I don't think it's an issue, but yeah, I guess it could tie up the morning slot for mobile stations. I think that's when you normally chat. But yeah, I should make a note of your node number really, and join in occasionally and have a chat with the guys. 7-3 anyway. Take care. And 0 WTX.
Okay, Stuart. Yeah, I won't keep you from your labours. Yeah, 45831. 45831. That's the one. That's the one where we gather. But like I say, I have HubNet on all day, and but I've been busy. Again, won't bore you with the details, but I've had a project on for a client. He wanted touch panels around the store. It's a big store, so I've developed an extension to our content management system that allows him to deploy as many of these things. So I've had 20. The audio dropped then, didn't it? Yeah. I've had 27-inch and 32-inch touch panels cluttering the office for the last couple of weeks. But so I delivered it over to Market Harbour yesterday with huge smiles, handshakes and slaps on the back. So yeah, another string to the bow, and looking to develop that a bit more. All based around Raspberry Pis to keep the cost down. It's all good fun. Right, go sort your worktop out, and remember, bend your knees, lift with your knees, not with your back. See you later. Stop. G0 DUI.
Good morning. The time is 11 o'clock a.m.
Yeah, 7-3s. Yeah, my knees are not good. It's not good easy. And try and bend your knees when there's a worktop in front of you. It's nearly a metre tall. You can't. 7-3.
Temperature 19.3 degrees, 15.6 degrees.
Golf Zero Uniform Quebec Charlie, okay, no Somerset 6, position 088 to Unicorn.
Station in North Somerset. Apologies for the sat nav. Good morning. Call here is M0YZY mobile. M0YZY mobile in Staffordshire. Go ahead.
Hi, I didn't quite get all your call time there, but you said mobile. Very good morning to you. Name is Ron, and we're in not far from Western Supermare in a small village called Winscombe on holiday from
Zulu Yankee. M0YZY, and the name is Steve. Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo. I'm mobile in Staffordshire, just on my way to a job this morning in Stoke-on-Trent. Yeah, okay, all copies on you being in Western Supermare. Hope it's not too wet and windy there today. Certainly quite wet this morning here in Chepstow. I was in the Lake District actually on holiday last week, in a place called, well, I was in the middle of nowhere actually. I had a cottage, a very rural location, but the nearest town was Broughton in Furness in South Lake District. So I went last week Ron when the weather was a little bit better, and I'm glad I'm up there this week when it's very wet and windy. Yeah, back to you.
UQC stroke A. Missing on a little bit there, you break up occasionally, but not too bad. Yeah, I'm permanently on holiday now, coming up 79 in a couple of weeks' time. So, been retired since March 2004. I backed up 6 months before I was 65. I've done 47 plus years for the local authorities up at home, so I've done my stint, I think. But I'm actually registered party sighted, otherwise I don't think I would have been in local government. I would have probably been in radio and TV or something like that, because I've always had an interest in radio from when I was pretty young. I had an uncle who worked for the post office radio telephone service, which they don't have such a thing now, down in Hertfordshire, near St Albans, and he used to come up to home and play around on shortwave, and he said to me, those are people talking from their own home, which sounded a load of double Dutch at the time. But and that sort of fired me up a bit, but yeah, it was 1992 before I got a novice license, and then got the full license in 94. So back to you from GZUQC stroke A.
Okay, Ron, yeah, all copied. I'm just going to hit the motorway in a minute, so there'll be an increase in road noise. So hopefully it's not going to be too bad for you. Yeah, very wet here at the moment. My story about getting into radio, in the sort of 70s I was interested in TV radio, and I kind of lost interest with it really, Ron. It got a bit silly and some people messed about on the radio and playing music, so and life got in the way of radio. Having children and working and all that sort of thing. But recently I got back into the hobby and decided to look into it, and saw it was much easier these days to get a license. So in 2015 I paid my foundation. A year after the intermediate, and last year I got the full license. So I've been enjoying the hobby in the last 3 years, and I'm quite active in the local radio club, which is the Stafford District Amateur Radio Society, and in fact I'm the training coordinator now, Ron, so I help get other people into the hobby by getting them through the training and the exams, which I'm enjoying doing. And this Saturday, I'm with the club. We're running a special event call sign at the Staffordshire Fire Service Open Day. So we'll be running a station up there at YZY Mobile.
GZUQC stroke A. Yeah, not copying you fully 100%. As part of that is my hearing. I'm currently waiting actually for a replacement hearing aid. They're upgrading it, and also I'm going stereo. I'm getting one for my left ear. My left hearing gone down quite a lot in recent times. So my sister says it's because I used to listen to shortwave on headphones when I was young, but I think it's just age. It's the issue, I think. So anyway, I'm hoping when we get back home on Saturday there'll be a letter from me to say say I've got to go to the hospital in Carlisle to have them fitted. So hopefully I'll be hearing somewhat better. I'm not too bad if it's a dead quiet background, but if there's a little bit of background, I do tend to have a little bit of bother. Anyway, I'll sign with you, and I don't know what the weather's doing with you, but it's damping down here. We're hoping it's not going to be too bad when we go back on Saturday. Obviously I don't drive, my sister does all the driving and the navigating. But I think the forecast for Saturday could be a bit damp here when we leave, but by the time we get up to Birmingham area, it looks as though it should be fine, and I think it'll be fairly dry all the way home after that. Took us about 7 hours when we came down, but it was a bit slow going on part of the M6. There seems to be quite a bit of work going on the hard shoulder, which speed restrictions on, and when we joined the M5 that was stop start till we got past, I think, about junction 2, and then it wasn't bad after that, so that's it. Well, we like it down here, but biggest trouble is the volume of traffic. Wherever you go, there's loads of traffic. We do go up Scotland a lot, and it's much quieter up there. But if we'd been up there this week, we'd have had a rough time of it with the weather, I think. We'd have been going off, fed up. Anyway, I wish you all the best there, and safe driving. From GZU UQC, okay.
Okay, Ron, all the best to you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday down there in Western-super-Mare. The weather here could be described as moist. I'm now on the M6 actually, and the reason for the roadworks on here is they're converting it in sections into a smart 4-lane motorway, and that's going to take about 3 years, I think. But hopefully once it's done, it'll be a good improvement. Yeah, I also go to Scotland a lot, Ron. It's a place I love going, and in fact I'll be going up to Skye next May. I've got a holiday planned for the Isle of Skye next May. Okay, Ron, I'll say 73. Nice talking to you, and I'll certainly listen out for you again on this band. So all the best, and I'll speak to you again soon. M0YZY Mobile, now going clear. Cheers then, Ron.
From GZU UQC, okay. Yeah, I wish our repeater up at home was set up like this one. It was a total surprise when I discovered I put out a call last week. We had an easier day, and came in here in the morning, put out a call, and got a reply from a station I know up near home. So I realised then it was a different system, and I worked at ZL on here on Saturday, I think it was. So it's amazing technology these days, and a little bit beyond my comprehension, I think. I understand some of it, but not at all. Anyway, all the best there. Thanks for the call. From GZU UQC, stroke A. Cheerio.
Okay, cheers, Ron. 73. Bye for now.
Bye.
S, tone J, I.
and 0 SRS, Mike 6 November Victor Oscar, do you receive?
This is Delta Uniform 9 stroke Golf 6, Oscar Juliet Bravo.
Yeah, that's alright. Didn't quite catch the call sign. Yeah, you've got Mike 6 November Victor Oscar. Static mobile in the centre of Hornsey at the moment. Over.
Yeah, the name here is Scott. Sierra Charlie, Oscar Tango Tango. And I'm located in the southern Philippines. Social occasion, which I find quite boring. So I've actually left my wife and her companions and come up in the roof here. We're very high up. I'm using a Bafang BF1, tiny little radio, so I'm pleased on getting back to you. Anyway, back to you.
Yeah, roger that, yeah. I live about 7 miles outside of Hornsey, which is 15 miles from Hull and about half a mile from the North Sea, right on the coast. My wife needed to come into Hornsey to get some bits, and so I brought her in. I'm just waiting for her to come back out and just sort of shout out and see who's about. And you come back. Personal with Bob of BOB, and over to you.
I'm away from our wives then. That's the way of it. But it just shows you how good All-Star is. I mean, we're presumably both using very simple equipment, and we're on the other side of the globe. It's a brilliant system. The time here is, what time is it? It's about 6:40, I think, about 6:40 in the evening. And strangely for the Philippines, the rain's been coming on and off all day. It's been trying to rain, but not quite managing it, really. I've had a rather good day today. I've been away in a distant part looking at caves which I saw on a map, and yeah, we found this cave which had a little lake inside it, big enough to swim in, so that was good fun. Back to you.
Yeah, roger. I'm using a Yaesu 7900 in the car, so parked up, and I've got a 5/8 wave antenna on the roof, and go through a local repeater that a friend of mine's got, and yeah, it seems like he's got it connected up to All-Star. I know he had it connected up the other day, but I didn't realise he had it connected up all the time. So, quite pleased with that. Over.
Well, you're certainly putting in a very good signal. It's absolutely fine, this side of the world, yeah. Absolutely grand. I have put together my own All-Star node, a very simple one at the minute. It's just a Bafang AAA-S or a Raspberry Pi. But I do have a good collinear up in the clear above the house. So it means that I can make this sort of distance. I'm very pleased with it. You know, as I say, I'm using ultra low power, and yet I'm quite away from the from my own node, and it seems to be working fine. The thing about this part of the Philippines is there's no repeaters here, and there's very little simplex activity on 2 meters or 70 sems. So I've got to rely on something else really, and that something else has been All-Star. Excuse me. I did toy with Echolink for a while, but I found that wasn't quite so good, particularly when you're using it, you know, on a kind of node basis and you're some distance away from the QTH. Back to you.
Yeah, roger that, yeah. I've got a Shark Open spot at home, which goes straight into the internet, or actually on HubNet at the moment, HubNet UK. But also I've got another box, which Peter and Dennis Hampton makes them up, and that's an analog system, and I get into that and get different channels up, but that's got terrible noise with it at the moment, and this friend of mine in Hornsey, he's having a look at it, see if we can cure the problem, and then when I get it back, we'll get it all set up and sorted out as well. So I've got the 2 systems at home, and both systems I can put in the car, and that goes through the Wi-Fi. They both go through Wi-Fi, so I can connect up the phone to a mobile hotspot and connect through to these 2 units, and so I can have various different ways of connecting through, if you understand what I mean. Over to you.
Yeah, all copied. I've been in the Philippines for 10 years, but I had a bit of a break from amateur radio, one thing and another, and a couple of years ago I started to become interested again. I actually worked in Essex for most of my life, Essex near London, of course, and I got lazy there, you know. I used 2 meters mainly through the repeaters, and I had the rig in the car when I drove about, so I got a little bit lazy with it. But anyway, when I had the break from amateur radio and came back, I actually was astounded at all the changes that have been, like DMR and all the rest of the digital nodes. I had no idea what people were talking about, but I suppose with the sunspot cycle being as it is, that's your way forward at the minute, really. Well, it is for me anyway. But there we go. I've actually got a reciprocal license here. The full call sign is Delta Uniform 9/Golf 6, Oscar Juliet Bravo. In the Philippines, they've got graded licenses, all different classes, and they've grandfathered me right into the very top one, which I really don't deserve, and I probably couldn't pass the exam anyway now. But I get respect from other amateurs with that call sign. Hi. Back to you.
Yeah, roger that. I'm extremely dyslexic, and a friend of mine that does amateur radio down in Southampton, he's been talking to me for years and years to do my amateur license. I said no, because in the UK, to get your amateur license, you had to do Morse code. I knew I wouldn't be able to do that. And but they've changed the rules. You've just got to have a knowledge of it now. And beginning of the year, I done the exam on just the basic exam to start with, and that gives me 10 watts on most frequencies you're allowed to use. And I hope at the end of this year, or beginning of next year, to do the intermediate course, and that'll give me 50 watts, and see if I can manage it with my disability, and then if I get that, I'm going to have a go at the full license, and that'll give me 400 watts, which would be fantastic. But if I'll ever use that sort of wattage, I don't know. But it also gives me the allowance of being able to go abroad and transmit abroad, which you've got to have the full license for. Over to you.
I wish you luck with that. I was checking my Philippines amateur radio license the other day, and we're actually allowed to use power output in terms of kilowatts. I mean, not watts, kilowatts. I think 2 kilowatts. And I thought that was a bit odd. However, traditionally and historically in the Philippines, amateur radio has had a position, particularly in the past, when there's been emergencies. Typhoons come in here regularly and other things happen. So in the past, amateur radio operators were kind of seconded by the police and army to set up comms. So they really required that sort of high power to maintain emergency communications. A bit like RayNet, and that was its prime use. In fact, I've been issued with a card, and the card says radio amateur, licensed radio amateur. In the event of an emergency, please render him all necessary help and assistance. But these days, I mean, there must be other means of communication about, except that the cell phone towers go down here with monotonous regularity, so amateur radio still has its place as an emergency sort of service. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, yeah. I'm a member of the RayNet, our local RayNet group in Hull, and we do bits that help communications where there's events going on, charity walks and charity runs and things like that. But we're also on standby for emergencies as well. Most of the general emergencies are dealt with obviously by the police, their own system, and that. But we are on standby because if you get a sort of complete flooded area, the cellnet phones go down and other communications go down, but we've got equipment that can overcome that, which can help tremendously, especially when you get the higher licenses. Over to you.
No, they do deal with real emergencies here. I mean, the real thing when a typhoon comes down, but with my knowledge of the local languages, I think it'd be more of a hindrance than a help. Okay, my friend, I've really enjoyed I've got not to be an anti-social radio amateur, but go and join the throng, which can be a pain because I don't understand half that's been said, but when they all clap, I clap as well. Just listen carefully and clap at the right time and no one knows. Okay, this station Delta Uniform 9 stroke, Golf 6, Oscar Juliet Bravo. Just listen. overflowing QRT.
Yeah, roger that. So it's Mike 6 November, Victor Oscar. Going 7-3 from me, and I'm listening out for any other calls. Over.
7-3 from the southern Philippines.
NW6RZJ stroke mobile, this is the next ready call.
Yeah, you got Mike 6 November, Victor Oscar here in Hornsey. Listen.
Mike 6 November, Victor Oscar, I believe. Good morning. Station is Mike 66, Radio Zulu Japan, NW6RZJ. Name's Owen, Oscar Whiskey Echo November. Back to you, my friend. I apologise, I'm driving, so I'm not able to write down a call sign. I think it was M6 NGO.
Yeah, you got right. It's yeah, Mike 6 November, Victor Oscar. Personal Bob. I'm parked up in the car park in Hornsey at the moment. I come from a little village about 7.5 miles away from Hornsey, 15 miles from Hull, about half a mile from the North Sea, a little village called Aldborough. And person was Bob, BOB, Bob.
M6MVO, MW6RZJ returning. Yeah, okay, Bob, no problem at all. Well, the current location is a mobile on the M48 motorway in southeast Wales. On my way to a small town called Abergavenny to pick up. Coming down to stay for a couple of days. So that's the situation with us then. I'm using the Enrico DMA full cellular system mounted on the dashboard of the car. And
yeah, I'm using the Yaesu 7900. The headset is on the dashboard of the car. The actual radio is under the seat, and I've got a 5/8 wave antenna on the roof. But I don't need that much because I'm going through a local repeater, which is only about a quarter of a mile away from where I'm at the moment. And a friend of mine owns a repeater, or a node, or whatever it is he's got. And obviously going through the network, and I'm not this Thursday, the following Thursday, I'm going down to Hubwest, so hopefully I'll have a good time down now.
Hey Bob, MW6RZJ returning. Well, I said I used to have the little Icon 7000 in the car, and I found CM8, which is just north of the city of Newport. Collecting a good mate of mine who's coming down from North Wales. His call sign's MW0BFY, and on Saturday we're taking a station over to the Vale of Barton Railway. And we're doing railways on the air for the day from 10 AM on Saturday morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm not sure if he's got HF or not, but we'll be using the call sign GB4 VDR and Golf Bravo 4 Victor Boston Radio. Back to you, Bob, from MW6RZJ.
Yeah, Roger. I only got my license at the beginning of this year, so I'm fairly new in the game. So I've only got 2 meters and 77s I use, as well as I've got a shark open spot and a different node that I've got that I get on these frequencies. So I've got a couple of those at home, and I use 77s, and I'm getting things as well. So not too bad, but I haven't gone on to HF yet, but halfway through next year, when the finances are a bit better, I may do so. Over to you.
M6MVO, MW6RZJ radio, 2 meters 77, all of the HF bands, and it's very small, compact. Still on the dashboard. You do have to buy a little tuner that comes with it as a kit, but I can highly recommend that, and it works exceptionally well. Like I said, I had it in the car for a while with a little mobile whip, and that was excellent. And at the moment, it's at home in my home GT8, and I use it for 2 meters and 77 RF. And but no, I can highly recommend that. Okay, listen, Bob, I'll have to cut it short. I'm just trying to turn off the motorway, and the road gets a little bit twisty up to Abergavenny. But there we go. Thanks for the call, thanks for the contact, and you're in the log, and I'll catch you on one of the bands, maybe ATS or this some other time. Okay, Bob, 73, my friend, back to you for your final. MW6RZJ, back to M6NBO.
Yeah, roger that. So I'll say 73 for now. Hopefully catch you again sometime. So 73 from Mike 6. Mike 6 November Victor Oscar. And I'm just listening out for anything else while I'm waiting for my wife to come out from the shop. So standing by for now.
Bye bye, and I'll catch you again soon. 73.
Good afternoon. The time is 12 o'clock p.m.
BJO, or BJO, is this portable? Or BJO, with the about Ryan, 23, State Studio, portable Ipswich.
FTV, 2E1 FTV is listening through the gateway. To Echo 1, Foxtrot Tango Victor, Yorkshire, not far off Doncaster. Wonder how you are this morning. Well, it's afternoon, as you said.
Yeah, very good afternoon to you, John. Next option at this end, location Wigan, and it's all right actually. After the blustery yesterday and the rain that we had overnight, it's all very calm and grey. Forecast is that it's going to get a bit interesting again over the weekend, but we'll take it on a day-by-day basis. But no, all well at this end, and it's FTV, is it? Not FTV, I misheard first time round. So with that, back to your good self, G0TPC.
G0TBT, I think it is 281 Florida Tango Victor, returning to you. Yeah, it's been pretty rough. It wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. But I do notice there's warnings out for, we'll call it this evening, we're supposed to be getting a lot of rain today, a hell of a lot. And I think it's gonna, Sunday again, there's a deep depression coming over, isn't there? So I mean, I don't know. But it was quite, I don't think it was wind last night. When I was sat in my house, there was such a terrific bang, as if there'd been a gas explosion. And all my neighbours, well, one or two neighbours were out. But we've not heard, we've made enquiries and that. We don't think it was fireworks or anything like that, because I've lived here many years and I've never encountered a noise like that. It was just as if I thought the whole house had gone, you know, a roof or somewhere. And obviously other people heard it, but I don't know what it was. We have railway close by, but I don't think there's been much in that direction, you know. But other than that, we're not so bad. But it could have been youths messing about, you know what they are these days. You never know what they're up, really, because there is a park quite close. But it were something that were untoward. Just running to FT7800, my friend, from 2E1 Fox Tango Victor.
Actually, I'm just looking out the window. It looks like it was just starting to bit of light drizzle, but nothing really to write home about and be emotional. I was just talking to a colleague in Scotland, and she said that she didn't get any sleep last night due to concerns that they were going to lose their roof tiles. But apparently they were all okay this morning. Conditions-wise at this end, I'm using my Enrico P320. What do we call it? Network radio phone. It's not a radio, is it? But anyway, it looks like one, it feels like one, I use it like one. And I'm going through Echo Link, which is how I'm getting to you today. I've got the 7800 upstairs actually. Literally, was it yesterday? I think yesterday I set my shack up for the first time in many, many months. I just had to get up on the roof and put an antenna up. So I've got the 7800 for dual band, for VHF and UHF, and I put a call out and was most surprised when I'm in Wigan, which is not the best place for propagation, and I got a simplex call to Gloucester, which is probably about 40 miles from here. So I was very pleased with that. Also got a P25 set, which I put to cases for the first time yesterday, and I've got the ability to do DAR and fusion. So that tends to be the focus now. It's more handheld stuff, which is great when I'm travelling around with work and what have you. I've nothing up for HF at the moment. I've nowhere to put an antenna, and all the reports are that it's too noisy. Last time I tried, I had, on a good day, it was an S9 level of noise. Back to you, John, G0TPT.
Echo 1, Foxtrot Tango Victor returning to your all okay, my friend. Well, I'm not equipped for HF other than receiving. I've just got what they call it, G5, half-size G5, and I think most guys up here have sort of abandoned it a bit. Well, they've had no option, and they've moved on to UHF, VHF, and possibly a few experiments on digital as well, you know, which we were quite surprised, because we've only been using, well, I've only been using both, and but it was just on a local net, not on repeaters. They're not equipped for that really. And I got, what shall we say, 10 or 12 miles on the digital one at Little Bowfang, and it was quite good reception as well in digital mode. Whether we'll move into better sets,
on FTV, 0 TPT. I seem to have lost you, John. I'll stand by.
The 2E0XPD, standing by any contacts.
I've not got a great record in getting the call sign correct, but hopefully I'm close enough. G0TPT, good afternoon.
TPT, I think that was. Yeah, 2E0XPD. Yeah, thanks for coming back there. That's great. I'll actually just link this into my hotspot, but it's a while back since I got my 2E0, so obviously it still had the old call sign. I've had a bit of a nightmare trying to get it to register. I don't know if my call sign's showing up on your radio, but it would be nice to know. I've just had to do an upgrade on my lifestyle software, but yeah, it's the name's Perry here. I'm based in Benfleet in Essex, about an hour outside of London. So I'll pass it back to you from 2E0 X-Ray Papa.
Thank you, 0 TPT. Yeah, very good afternoon to you. Name's Martin, location Wigan. And I don't know about whether your call sign's coming up or not. I'm getting in through Echolink at the moment, through what is it, M0OHY, I think. No. Anyway, I'm coming in through Echolink, so all I've got on the screen of my Enrico T320 is just the normal Echolink screen. So I can't help you with that, but well, you're certainly making the trip through the hotspot. It's definitely working. But yeah, I was just having a chat with 2E1 FTV, and he all went very quiet. I think I said my name's Martin, location Wigan. Back to your good stuff.
0XPD. Yeah, thanks very much, Martin. That's good. I just realised actually because I'm on what is the All-Star, it will only show us the reflector keeper's call sign, which is the M0 one, I think, so it probably wouldn't have come up anyway. No, you're coming over 5 and 9 here, no problem at all. It's amazing, really. Yeah, through the normal repeater, I mean, the DMR and the Margot Mondi's work perfectly well, and I just, you know, when you upgrade your license, you change your call sign on the radio and away you go, but it's not as straightforward as doing that, because even though I'd upgraded my call sign via the DMR net and also DSAR websites to obviously use it, I've got a real problem for some reason trying to, I've changed it on my D-Star radio, it won't actually change when I put it through the hotspot, so I'm currently racking my brains on that one, which is really weird, because I've actually been to the software, the code plug if you like, I've changed everything, I've changed it on the setup for the hotspot as well, and it's just not doing it. But I was tempted to just leave it, because I'm actually doing the full license at the moment. I've got the exam in December, so I might just leave it till I get out. I'm going to have to do it anymore. But there you go. But no, you're coming over loud and clear here, Martin. A bit doom and gloom here down today, very cloudy and a bit misty actually. I don't know what it's like in the north there. I think you've got a bit of rain, haven't you? I'll pass it back to you.
Yep, all copied, no problems at all. Well, first of all, good luck for the exam in December. Secondly, I think you're right. Leave it as is, because you'll only have to change it again, so do the one change later. Yes, the rain, well, so it's just started to rain here. There's absolutely no wind. It was quite blustery yesterday. Today, absolutely no. I'm looking at some trees now, and they're just completely motionless. And it's very overcast, and it's just a light drizzle, so nothing really to write home about, although the forecast is for it to get a bit interesting over the weekend. So we'll wait and see how that transpires. We've got a day out on Saturday, so we'd like some reasonable weather. That's my official request, for some reasonable weather on Saturday. But we shall see. And all sounding good from your end. Run G0TPT.
G0 XPD returning. Yeah, I think we've been lucky really throughout the summer with the weather we had, so it's had to change time, I think. But we haven't had a lot of rain this end, to be honest with you. My grass is still suffering. We had a little deluge a couple of weeks ago, but that's about it. I don't think we've had any rain, proper rain here for about 2 or 3 weeks, which is it's really funny, because I actually live on the Thames estuary going out towards Southend in Essex, and it's really funny. Sometimes I'll speak to my mother, who only lives in Hornchurch, which is closer to London. They say, oh, it's bucketing down with rain here, and I say, there's nothing here. And I think rivers do have a way of pushing, I suppose something to do with the air pressure changes and whatever, but they do have a tendency of pushing the cloud round me for some reason, so we didn't really get much rain, which is a bit odd really, but there you go. But I did notice this morning my garden's full of yellow leaves, so it looks like within a couple of days the trees have thought, oh, the winter's on its way, we'll have done a lot, so it's that time of year, isn't it? But no, thanks for the report there, Martin, really appreciate it, and as I say, I haven't used DMR for a couple of weeks because I've been up to my eyeballs in other bits and bobs. I've actually been more focused on HF. I've put another antenna up, put a vertical up outside as well, because I'm getting into a few more digital modes. I'm trying this FT8 core and getting that working. The only thing is experimental software, they keep upgrading it, so I don't know if you've had a bash at it yourself, but quite good, a little bit different, something else to get stuck into. I'll pass it back to you there, and Series 0 XPD.
G0 TPT. No, I've not come across that one yet. I'll have to have a look out. I've just actually in the last couple of days set my shack up. I've been talking about it for about 18 months. I say set my shack up. It sounds a bit grand. I put a dual band linear up on the roof and attached that to my Yaesu 7800, and I've got an old Motorola that's been converted for P25. I've just ordered an antenna switch actually, so at the moment I'm just taking the coax from one to the other, so an antenna switch will make that really cool. And then I've got hotspot for my digital mode. I do have a 706 But I was thinking I'd struggle to get an antenna up because I'm the wrong side of the house. I'm at the rear of the house and the garden's at the front. But then I thought, actually, if I stick a vertical up, we'll see how that goes. So I was having a conversation with some fellow amateurs the other day, and they say, oh yeah, we have a bit of a chat on top band. You know, I haven't played top band for a long time. So I think that's going to be the next stage. But it's taken me 18 months to get the collinear up, so it may not be in the next day or two over.
20 XPD return. Yeah, I've been doing similar. I've run quite a long, I've already got a long one. I've got a G5 RV out there as well. I'm quite blessed really, because my garden is, well, A, it's quite long, but also I'm back on the woodland, so problem with neighbours, it isn't too much of a problem, and I tend to hide them down the end nearer the woods, which is quite good. I'm tempted to actually stick a beam up in the woods past the tree line, but obviously then it's moving up and down in bad weather, but I'm planning that one. No, I just put one of those, more so for these, for the digital modes to get a little bit better transmit reception on HF bands, but I've got one of those Sandpiper MV6 plus 5s, and obviously I tuned all one, but obviously through the tuner it's okay. But yeah, the FT8 call, I don't know if you ever used FT8 in the past, but FT8 call, you can actually have a QSO rather than having the preset messaging, etc. So, well, obviously the band condition is not brilliant, but it's just another way of, and interestingly, quite a lot. I was looking at on the PSK report last night. There's quite a few using it now. I think it's something like about 6,000 worldwide, which has increased quite dramatically. So still plodding away trying to get that working properly. Run it because my 100 here, and I run that downstairs, and I've got a 15-metre cat cable, so I can sit nice and comfy in the lounge and control it through a Pi Star. A Raspberry Pi up in the bedroom, remote desktops, and the Mac in the front room. It's all a bit complicated, but it works. But there you go, it all keeps me busy. I can't see bad use, I've probably been rabbiting far too long.
No, copied and all points noted. I did a bit of packet on HS, probably about 2 years ago now, and I was really impressed with how the system could pluck out something intelligible from the mush that was the noise. So, but the only slight frustration with that was
XPD. I just lost you there, Martin. I don't know if you've might be internet playing about. Back to you.
Right, hopefully you've got me now. Yep. I'm not sure where you lost me, but I've just got a phone call coming in, so I need to disappear. Apologies for that. Nice to make your acquaintance. Certainly look forward to the next one, and I'll update you on the progress of the chat. 7-3, have a good one. We'll catch you later. G0 TPT.
G0. Yeah, thanks very much there, Martin, and 73's just hopefully catch you again. 2-0 XPD, go back to listening.
afternoon. The time is 12:30.